Despite only lasting 8 months, the Gallipoli campaign was extremely costly in terms of casualties. The Ottomans suffered 250,000 casualties, while the Entente powers, Australia, New Zealand, Britain, France, and India, suffered 213,000 casualties, of which 26,000 were Australian. That equates to roughly 1 casualty for every 1 minute of the 259 days of the campaign. Now, while the fighting itself was costly, most of the casualties on the peninsula actually came from disease, brought on by the unsanitary conditions and the lack of fresh water. For the Entente forces, disease accounted for as many as 145,000 soldiers. The hot climate, decaying bodies, and overall unsanitary conditions led to swarms of flies that made life unbearable for the men. They plagued them constantly, covering their food and making it impossible to eat without swallowing some, and the Australians even made a game of it eventually. As the seasons changed, cold weather and exposure brought even more suffering, and without suitable shelters, exposure-related illnesses began to take a heavy toll. It was this relentless suffering, and combined with the lack of any achievable gains, which led the Entente powers to abandon the campaign in October of 1915, with the evacuation finally completed in January the following year.